We are at a rock quarry. It did get dark fast. Woo, we did it.
We are doing some microscopy of fluorescent minerals. We have all the lights dimmed. It's a little bit of SciAnts after dark. Oh, this is cool, y'all. This one's really cool.
SciAnts. We get experimental. SciAnts. We're curious, non-judgmental.
Welcome, all of you. All right, so guys, this is what we're doing. We are at a rock quarry here with the Unofficial Soup. Like once a month, they allow nighttime rock hounding, which is great because this is where we look for fluorescent rocks. So the good news is you can see fluorescent rocks a lot better at night if you have the right kind of flashlight. Dark here, and then we have my brand new 3-pound sledge, and then we have a rock chisel. So that's pretty much all we need, you guys. I'm excited. I think we're good to go. And this is the stuff that we're looking for. They give us, I love this place because they give you a little information packet. These are some of the things that you can find here. These don't fluoresce, these minerals, but they also have, turn it around. We also have some fluorescing minerals. We have a whole bunch of calcite. That's one of the most abundant things here. I really want green wellamite. I mean, I love microline or any like hardy stone. Those are a lot less common here, but for tonight, I'm really looking for an amazing piece of green wellamite. We'll see if we can get it. That's what we're hoping for. All right, this is what we have. Oh, nice. Cha-ching. Very cool, guys. You see that? It's not even dark out. It's kind of dusky. So this is the kind of stuff we're looking for. Like I said, I have my eye out for some green wellamite. That's what I want. I'd be happy with one amazing piece of green wellamite. I think Soup found this one earlier. I love that green streak. I don't feel like chiseling into this thing, but that is one gorgeous green streak through the calcite, is it not? The green is not calcite. Like I'm looking for green wellamite and I found some, but it doesn't fluoresce. So not every mineral, like not all calcite is going to fluoresce, for instance. It needs to have a very certain kind of impurity built into its crystal structure in order for it to fluoresce. Sorry, there's this great little green piece down here that I don't even need to chisel. We might just nab that and take a closer look at it in a few minutes, huh? I'm gonna do it. That's easy pickings. So there's so many fluorescent rocks here, y'all, that you can easily be tricked into thinking a rock is fluorescent just because it has like fluorescent dust on it because its neighbors were so fluorescent, which is crazy. Pack this. But do you see how my fingers are starting to glow because I've been handling the fluorescent rocks? So I'm also really interested in any piece that's going to have phosphorescence in addition to fluorescence is the other thing I'm really looking for, guys. So the difference is fluorescence will glow under a certain wavelength of light. But, you know, it will convert a certain wavelength of light into visible light, and that's why it looks like it glows to us. It's completely different than bioluminescence, which can occur in the complete dark. It's a chemical reaction that animals have. To be extra confusing, animals can also be fluorescent. But phosphorescence is when something will continue to glow after the light has been removed. So it's the same process, it just lingers. It's like any of the glow-in-the-dark stuff you had as kids, like glow-in-the-dark stars or something, that's phosphorescence. And I think that's super cool. So that's one of the things I'm looking for because some of these minerals have phosphorescence and some of them don't. It's not really predictable, or maybe to a more experienced person it's predictable, but I just shine a light on them and see. So right now this is just like all little chunks. The calcite's really soft, and so that's why most of the ground is just made up of little fluorescent orange flakes. The calcite just, it can literally break apart in your hand. I mean, it's partly its crystal structure. I mean, it is a rock. Okay, this is awesome, and we're keeping it. I don't know what it is, but it looks very purple fluorescent. That is the first properly purple rock I found, and I think that's genuine fluorescence, but we'll take a closer look at it. It did get dark fast, but here. Soup is still cracking away. There's definitely something cool. All right, I think I'm going to keep cracking away at this, and maybe I'll give you guys to Soup. See if I can do something with this.
If any of you ever have the opportunity to go rock hunting like this, absolutely take advantage of the opportunity because it is incredible. It is absolutely incredible.
Do you guys see how just like everything I'm walking past is lighting up? It has some phosphorescence. Let me see if you guys can see this, like right here. Do you see how it continues to glow? There's a couple, and it's just like, is it residual light bouncing off, or is it... No, that's phosphorescent.
Yeah, there was another one to your left.
This one?
A little bit more. That one right there.
Ooh, yeah. All right, I'm gonna grab a couple of these.
This one right here. See how really, really cool it is?
Yeah.
Turn off your light for a second.
Ooh, we have some phosphorescence, y'all. Let's grab it. We don't have to keep all the ones we grab. All right, y'all. Look at this. I'm even glowing. I'm glowing, y'all. We have one yes. Can you guys even see what I'm doing? This one phosphoresces, so it's gonna go in a definite yes pile. Yeah, so that's the thing. But do you see how your hands look purple?
Yeah.
I don't know. Can you guys see this a little bit? Yeah, I think you guys can kind of see how Soup's hands like glow a little bit. And that's just because he has white dust on his hand and it's kind of like reflecting back the color of the light. And that's what I'm worried about with that other piece. That's why I think the purple ones are really hard to find. This one is just cool and I think it phosphoresces. It phosphoresces a little bit, but I kind of love it. Even like I think it's pretty. I think I want to keep this one. I like the shape of it. I think it's really neat. You guys, look at that. Woo, we did it. Okay, and then my question is this glowing? So this is a definite keeper because it is hard to find, and I am so excited that Soup cracked that for us, you guys, right? All right, you guys, like this one's really cool. This I think could be a great raffle piece and like or a small display piece. I'm kind of thinking about keeping it. It doesn't phosphorus, but it is really cool. And then I'm just kind of torn. Like this one is awesome. I mean, maybe being awesome is enough. All right, so listen, going down the hill, shockingly, way easier than going up the hill. We also have fewer rocks, but I don't know, Soup, I still have a lot of rocks with me.
I have a ton of rocks.
Oh my gosh.
I figured let's go ahead and check some of them out today. So Lita collected a fair bit of stuff, and the coolest thing that I think she collected was this called Franklinite. Now Franklinite it fluoresces purple, and so we'll be checking that out underneath the camera as well in a little bit. All right, we are going to, y'all, dim the lights, but there is a reason for this, chat. So based on our little key here, we'll be able to see what we have. We're going to turn off the overhead cam. I'm going to shift to the microscope, and that'll be a much more focused location where we can get put on that field of view. So y'all, that is all fluorescence, right? So all that you're seeing going on here is if you shine these on a UV light, with a UV light, you start seeing all these speckling patterns. Also, y'all, let me go ahead and just show you what this rock looks like without the UV lighting. So this right now is, you see the overhead lighting, but this isn't what we need. You need this light and adjusted. Here's the actual rock that you would see with the naked eye, right? There's nothing glowing with this. But then under UV, that's what it looks like. And notice like this whole upper part, right, is not fluorescing. That's this like red stone here. So you see there's different flavors of stone and fluorescence in the absence or presence of like these different ones. Yeah, it is a huge glow up. So there we go. Y'all, isn't that beautiful? So you can see this blue is not real. All of that is just reflecting the UV light. All of that is just UV light reflection in the background. However, the red and the green are real. Oh, this is cool, y'all. This one's really cool. This one's actually so potent, I need to change the exposure level. There we go. So again, it looks like we've got some green, so willemite. We've got some calcite, and I don't believe that this is the real blue yet either. Lita said we'd be able to tell when we found the real blue purple and it's not just reflecting the UV light. But this might just be that background fluorescence that we're seeing, which again can be common. So a lot of the times if you go out and you start shining a UV light onto a lot of different samples, it'll flicker back and come out with like a bluish purple hue. That's not actually what the mineral is. That is just a like kickback representation of like the reflection of the UV light versus like an actual like something new on there. But that is the green, and so that green is the willemite again that we're able to see fluorescing. Isn't it beautiful, Grimly? Like it feels like an art piece. Also, check this out, y'all. Do you see how there's still a bit of glow? Look at that. We're glowing, glowing, glowing. I'm gonna take off the light. Do you see how there's a little bit of residual glow still? That's called phosphorescence. So that's the phosphate groups inside of the piece that still have some extra leftover glow. So basically what you can do is charge up the rock and then take the UV light off and you'll still have some glow. And so I've been taking images of both like the bright field imaging. So this is like what the rock looks like under regular normal light. It's like this is the regular shot. And then here is with it UV. And the higher res, it does image averaging as well. So you get to see a lot more of the detail. And it's a lot cleaner of an image. It's a nice little bit of extra that we can do. So that's there. So the red, calcite. The green is the willemite. Oh, there it is. There we go. It's a nice bit of blue. Yeah, so y'all, this was the specimen that we just looked at. Notice how big this one is. So I was only able to image this part of it right here. This is outside of the working distance of the microscope cam. And so we had to go with a little bit of the smaller area here in order to get at some of the fluorescence. But that had that really rare blue. So this is the Franklinite. It's only been discovered in that one mine in New Jersey, which I think is really cool. So this one looks a little bit similar to one we found before, with again the calcite and the willemite. Calcite being the red, willemite being the green. Then here's what it looked like actually. So we have all the lights dimmed. It's a little bit of SciAnts after dark in order for us to be able to see all the really nice minerals. So again, what I hope to impart on y'all is that you can't really see, like you can't tell that this is going to be a colored rock and there's going to be all this like beautiful lighting that's coming through like this, right? And you couldn't even predict, I don't think by eye, that like, oh, that part's going to be the red, that's going to be red, that's going to be these splotches of green, right? We've got 2 more specimens. One of them I'm not sure we can image. But let's try that one first. This one, chat, is, you see it's really tall. It's got a large working distance. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get anything in focus. But yeah, see it's like right on the edge of focus. We can get this area. Let's see if there's any fluorescence here. All right, well, even though it's only a limited range that we can get an image, I think it's still really pretty. All the reds with the calcite. Let's do a bright field image. So that's the last mineral that we had. And there is the bright field image. We looked at a bunch of fluorescent minerals. I just wanted to highlight to y'all like how pretty these are.